Hey guys, welcome back to our Texas Homestead. Today we're going to make a dish called chicken timballo. It was like one of my favorite dishes from a restaurant that went out of business around here, so I had to learn how to make it myself. I just figured out what they had in it and decided to try to make it. And it's come out pretty good so far. I'm going to bring you in, kind of show you how to do it. First, we're going to start some water on the stove because we need to do some spaghetti noodles. Okay, simplest part. Water, pot, strainer, 1 cube of butter. Always recommend you add butter to your water and salt. If you like the salt taste, you can add a ton. It'll change the taste of your noodles. The butter and the salt actually help it from not sticking. So we'll get this to a boil and get ready to add our noodles. We'll see you back. Okay, we had an audio failure. I guess the mic got disconnected. These are 2 large chicken breasts that were cut in half. And now you're going to take it, slice it into strips, and then slice them after that into bite-sized pieces to make it easier to eat without having to cut up your meal. Take 1 medium to large size onion, slice and cube. And here you're going to take 1 1/2 green bell peppers and do the same as you did the onions. Now here I took a handful of baby bell mushrooms. You can use whichever ones you want. Just chop them up and add them to the mix also. Now this is sliced pepperonis that come in a bag. I think they were 5.5 ounce bags. Chop them up. I used 1 1/2 bags of pepperonis for this dish. All right, got everything up to a boil. Take 1 pack of noodles, leave it to pound. I break mine just for the fact I get tired of twirling noodles. All right, bring those back, let those cook. Now you don't want them to cook all the way through. You want them to have a little bit of bite to them still because you're going to recook them with everything else. So not al dente, but you want it, when you bite into the noodle when it's hot, you want it to have a little bit of pull, a little bit of tightness to it, so that way it doesn't get too mushy when you cook it. Okay, so as soon as those are ready, we'll bring it back, take 10 minutes or so. Now, with your chicken you've got, do the normal SPG, okay? Salt, pepper, and some garlic. For those that didn't know what SPG was, anytime you hear that on a show or whatever, it's salt, pepper, and garlic. You can flip them over, do all of it. I usually just roll it around so that way it gets it all mixed in. I'm gonna give me some gloves because I don't want to get it all over my hand. So if you like how much I add, great. If you don't, add more or less. A lot of seasoning goes a little way. a little bit of seasoning you don't taste, because it just washes away in whatever you're cooking. Okay. All right, we're waiting on those noodles. We'll be back. All right, our noodles are pretty much done. So now what I'm going to do, take it over and drain the water out and transfer the noodles into this pot. Turn your fire off. You don't need it anymore. The reason I use that pot is because you want to dirty another. Okay. Now, take your marinara sauce. Pour all of it in. Take your chicken, put it all in the pot. Same for your pepperonis, your onion, your shrooms, and your bell peppers. If you want to season your vegetables some too, you can. Will not hurt. And then your drained olives. Okay? Now, when you get to this point, stir it all up. Now I take a large cast iron skillet. This is a Lodge 14. You can actually do it in any pan that's big enough to hold it all. Okay, but if I'm using a cast iron skillet, I put it on the stove, add a little heat to it. For one, so that way I can butter my pan and get some actual moisture on it. Because one, you're putting acidic items in it, like the tomato sauce, which loves to strip your cast iron. But it's not going to really harm it as long as you've got it seasoned right. But I always add butter to it just to help out. Now, take what's in your dish, in your pot, put it in your skillet. And dump it all over your stove. Okay? You want to preheat your stove at 350. And now you're not done. Here comes the good part. Take your Parmesan cheese. Break it up. Bring it in a little closer. You can see the mess I made. And just, not a thick layer, just a little thin layer of Parmesan cheese. And then you're going to take mozzarella cheese. Okay, this is a 2-pound bag. And you're going to cover the top of it very well. Now, you're going to bake it 350 for about 30 minutes or until the chicken is done and the cheese is toasted or slightly browned, however you want to call it. Okay? So we'll see you back here in 30 minutes or so. All right, we're back. It appears to be done. Definitely looks like it's done. Temperature-wise, we're about 185, 190, so the chicken should be cooked all the way through. Yeah, I left it in for like 35 minutes because I wanted a little bit more browning on top. And you can see it's super cheesy, just like I wanted. Find some chicken. Make sure I got it in there. Chicken's definitely done. It's slick too. All right. So this is what's under the cheese. Looks like a nice spaghetti with a cheese topping. If you want it more brown, you're more welcome to make it more brown. I just know this is going to be super hot. Why do you always get me? Every time. Piece of chicken right off the start. See, this is why I break my noodles. I get tired of doing this. Everything I wanted it to be. So good. Y'all may actually just sit here and watch me eat all this. Something easy to break down and make it smaller. You know, so I made a big dish because I want some leftovers. And we got several people to feed and they're going to want it too. Highly recommend it. Give it a try. If you've never had chicken timballo, it'll be a great experience for you. It's a great dish. Tastes great. Be sure you check us out on all social medias. We're actually on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're here on YouTube, all under Our Texas Homestead. Be sure you like, subscribe, and share. Tell your friends about us. We're growing. We're over 100 subscribers and growing. We will see y'all next time on Our Texas Homestead. Hope you enjoyed the video.